Campers, Gainer again. I got a new one for you this time, and none of you have seen this one before. It's out of the new catalogue. I'm not allowed to show you the catalogue, but I'm allowed to show you what I've created. And I think it's really sweet. I can't even tell you the name of it. Ugh. But this inspired by one of the cards in the catalogue. It's not exactly the same, but it's near enough. But it's this. Isn't it sweet? Oh, I can't even tell you the name of it. It's just so beautiful. But it's all to do with, I don't know, autumn. How's that? I'm just saying that. That's all I'm saying. I've put my finishing touches on this, and I think it's absolutely good. You're going to go wild when you see this new catalogue. But you can't have one unless you want to be... Oh, I nearly showed you the stamp set then. You're going to need a piece of Whisper White. And this is just a standard card. It's 5 7/8 by 8 1/4, and it's scored at 4 1/8. Just going to fold this in half. I'm going to pop this to one side so I can stare at it beautifully. I'm going to score our card. For this, I'm going to fetch in my old lemon lime twist. And we're going to stamp those leaves all over. I thought it was designer series paper until I looked at it properly. Let me just fetch some scrap in just in case I go over the edges. But it's not. It's this beautiful leaf stamp. And we're just going to randomly stamp this everywhere. Twisting the stamp as we go. Isn't that pretty? Sort of like locks and intertwines into itself. And there's another little punch stamp in a moment I'm going to show you to fill in all those little white gaps. It's gorgeous. You're just going to love it. You're going to go wild when you see it. But I think it's absolutely beautiful. And in a lemon lime twist, you could use garden green. I'm using a little piece of old olive on my cardstock, even though it doesn't say that on the designer series paper, because I think it looked beautiful. Isn't that sweet? It looks like designer series paper already, but now we're going to fetch in this, and it's just leaves, just on their own, but the same as in the pattern, and they just fill in the gap. Isn't that beautiful? And just place them anywhere, and they just fill in all those little white spaces without going over the top either. Anyway, my husband is a noisy beggar. Absolutely stunning. And it's a relatively quick card, really. Quicker than I thought it was going to be. Just swapping this around. Filling these beautiful blank spaces in. There's a new punch coming out in the catalogue. Oh my god. You're going to love it. Absolutely love it. It's to die for. And it's going to be, as I reckon it'll be as popular as the Daisy Punch. So if you get a chance to order it on the 1st of September, get in there quickly. You'll know what it is when I use it in another project now. So I'm just going to leave that like that for now. Close that up. Apologise. And these are the other bits you're going to need now. I'm using a piece of vellum, which measures about 3.5 by 5 1/4. It's just to lay over so you can still see the pattern through. I'm using a little piece of old olive and a Whisper White. These are both the same size, and they're both 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. And we're going to pop this here, and then we're going to stamp on here and layer this as we did in the other one. And then you're going to need another piece of Whisper White, which is 1.5 by 2 3/4, and this is where our sentiment's going. absolutely stunning. Like this. I'm going to try and make sure this one's a bit straighter because my eyesight's a bit wonky. So I'm going to line things up. But first, I'm just going to grab my fast fuse. And I'm just popping, oops, when it wants to work. It's a bit sticky. First time that's gone sticky on me since I've been using it. There's one line down the centre. You don't have to be perfect with this. And I'm just going to leave a nice 1/4 inch border all the way round. I like that on the fast fuse. See, when you put the vellum down, you can't see the tape line, which is good. And again, I'm just going to pop 2 little lines, oops, down my green. Now this is where I want to line it up. He's excited, he's going fishing tomorrow, and bless him. I'll try and keep this on a straight line. Pop there. Again, you're only going to see this section because this is going to get layered at a slight angle over the top. But it's just for decoration. So now we're going to fetch in this beautiful stamp. And I'm using my black Memento ink because it helps clean off the stamps a lot quicker. This is the beautiful flower you're using. Isn't that gorgeous? And I'm going to stamp this towards the top. Isn't that gorgeous? How stinking pretty is that flower? Beautiful. Then we've got these little tiny little flowers that are going on the side. I'm going to pop one here. That's sweet. And one there. While we've got the black out, we're going to stamp our sentiment as well. Look how beautiful that font is. I'm loving that. Can't thinking of you. Absolutely beautiful. Set that to one side. We're going to do some painting. When that painting, I'm going to use the blender pens. So, and this goes right on there. Oh, boo boo. No. Oh, good job we've got another side. Let's see if I got that. Let that ink transfer for a couple of seconds. That's better. I know it's a little bit off. Oh, what that'll do is that's fine. Only me knows, and only you now. I've got this really chillaxed feeling about myself today, and I'm fetching in a little bit of Cajun Craze, and obviously the lemon lime twist is going to be for the leaf. And we'll do that lemon lime twist now, and we'll get this out of the way just for the leaf. And I'm just going to pick it up off my blender pen, make sure it's clean. I use the other end. Yes. And we're just going to blend our little stems in and our leaves. My husband talks about fishing all the time. It drives me up the wall. I'm going to have a whole day by myself tomorrow. I'm going to be out here crafting. It's a wonder you can't hear him now. That's all he's talking about is fishing. Bless him. This is one vice. He doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, he doesn't swear. Well, he does swear, but not in front of his parents. He won't even take a paracetamol unless he's dying. Bless him, he's got... he likes to be in control of his own body. He has a few mental health problems, bless him. Right, that's my green out the way. And I'm going to fetch in, this is my base colour. I'm going to use Crushed Curry. Love this colour. And there's a little petal design here as well. Let me just look. Yeah, and I'm just gonna come up this side with these. Look how tiny those little petals are. Isn't that just the cutest? And we're gonna pop some up that side. Oh my god, love it. So now I'm just gonna pick up my colour again, and I'm just gonna gently brush my leaves. Can you hear him? Bless. He took his father fishing with him on the weekend. Bless. And his father had such a ball. That's all. I'm sitting here smiling because I can hear him talking about his dad. He loves his father so much. And now he's giggling. So when you can't hear him because I can. Plain as day. I'm going to fill these lovely little flowers in. They look like dainty little petals. As if the wind has blown the petals off a flower. You know, like the ones, the dandelion ones. Oh, I love that. I don't need that anymore. I'm going to clean off my brush again. Brush my pen. And with the Cajun Craze now, we just need a tiny, we're just going to flick up the flower to give that autumn feel. Those darker tones up where the shades are. Isn't that pretty? Remind me of like the red hot polkas, but it's a different shaped flower obviously, but you know, that sort of colouring. Isn't this absolutely beautiful? Oh, you're gonna, oh, I love it. Love it. And I'm just gonna flick these flowers. I'm just gonna touch them with a splash of colour. Isn't that pretty? Don't want it too dark. I just want a little tiny splash of colour on those flowers. Oh my god, isn't that pretty? I never used to like this Cajun Craze, but since the new catalogue's come out, there's quite a few designer series paper with the Cajun Craze on it. And I must admit, I am pleasantly surprised. I do have some sequins. I don't have the coloured one. And a quarter of a piece of doily. Oh, bless me. And I'm just going to add the tiniest little bit of glue. I'm not really a doily person either, but when I saw the card in the catalogue, oh my god, I thought, I've got to do this. And this is just going on the back, just so the corners get covered on the back of the white, just so the sides are poking out. Isn't that pretty? I'm loving it. And I don't, because I don't do doilies, don't do other stuff, you know. But this is bringing out the best in me, I think. This new catalogue is tremendous. It's mostly Christmas and autumn and Halloween, which we don't tend to do a lot of over here. Kids go trick-or-treating, and my husband really puts on a show for the trick-or-treats. But we don't send cards. Very, very rare. I've never had a Halloween card in my life. Never. And I've never sent one either. Oh, isn't that pretty? Right, I'm going to fetch my card back in now. And I'm just going to line this up. I want to try and get this as level as possible. Just going to pop my card on that one side. Oh, isn't that pretty? Oh my god. And my thinking of you is just going along here, along the bottom. And I'm going to do that on dimensionals as well. I have absolutely used up all the edge pieces. I always tend to go for the edge pieces first. I did a birthday card today as well. Oh my god, how perfect. For a family member. For my nephew. But I was doing it for Paul's mum, my husband, my mother-in-law. And she wanted a nice big card with his name on. So I used the layering letters. Oh, the alphabet one. Letters for you. Absolutely stunning. Look at how pretty that is. I haven't finished yet. We've got this new jute twine, it's called. And it's very thick. Very thick. You want about good 6 inches. But this would have done 2 cards if I hadn't tied that first knot too big. But you can split this in half. And just pull away what you want. It's actually got 3 strands to it. And I'm just going to pull one away. I'll use that for another project. And to straighten this then, just grab your bone folder. Break it. Silly cow. Sorry. Silly me. How did I do it? I straightened it earlier. It was perfect. I'm going to fetch you my bow because I can't do bows. I can do it with this though. Absolutely fast. And I love it. Aren't I a silly mare doing that? And I pressed too hard. That's what it is. But this is going in the new catalogue as well. Oh, look at that bow. Isn't that cute? I did try it with the thread we do. Linen thread, but it was just way too thin. Way too thin. I'm going to trim my ends off. And there's some designer series paper coming out. And apparently you can make boxes with it. I can't tell you too much. I'm a naughty girl. I shouldn't be telling you too much. I'm going to pop that right there. And I'm going to stick another one on the back just to be on the safe side of my bow. Because it doesn't like to stick. It wants to stick to my fingers more than it wants to stick to the back of the bow. And I'm going to pop that right there. Isn't that cute? You don't want it too hairy. You can trim this down to match this side. And you can trim these bits if you don't want it that hairy. I'm making a right mess. Let me just check the time. Oh God, we've got ages yet. And I'm nearly done. Now, I've just got 3 little sequins. These are not Stampin' Up. I must admit, I have not got any of the Stampin' Up ones. I keep forgetting to order them. But I think I might just use rhinestones for this project, for this one. Got a few left over here. See what I mean about the linen thread? The bow was way too tiny. I've got a couple of these left, so I'll stick some of these on. Fur all over it. Pop one right there. I'll pop one down here on our vellum. I'm going to just pop one right there. And we're done. Isn't that gorgeous? I left the other one really thick. Look how thick that one is. I was supposed to separate it, and I wished I had now because I do like that one. And what I added the sequins, and I just went over with the Cajun Craze marker pen to give them that autumn feel. But there's my first card for tonight. Look at that with the... Isn't that beautiful? I love it. Well, I hope you enjoyed. A thumbs up and a share and a subscribe would be amazing. I'm going to have a quick look. It's quite early. It's 8:20. If I can get another one done tonight, I will. But if not, I'm going to have plenty tomorrow because I'm here for the next... Tomorrow I'll be here from 9 in the morning till he gets home at 10 tomorrow night. So, and I'm going to be making Christmas cards tomorrow. with all the new stuff. Oh, I can only show you the cards, so I can't show you anything else. But I hope you enjoyed watching this video. And if you would like a catalogue, send me an email at gainab44@gmail.com, and I would more than welcome send you one out in the post in the middle of August. I can't send one out. I can send it right now, but it's too tempting for you ladies not to purchase in August then. But you've got to use up your vouchers. Use up your voucher codes. Don't let them go to waste. They run out on the 31st of August. And I'd hate for you to miss out. But I hope you enjoyed my card. I think it's absolutely cute. And until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.